Look at that. Oh my goodness. It's recording already.
Greetings, my fearless frontliners, my fellow guardians of the galleries. I'm William Young, correctional officer turned correctional apologist, and well, this is my channel. Today I got a little something different for you. I recorded a video in my car on the way home from church the other day, sort of a stream of consciousness about spiritual wellness, and I want to share it with you today. So a little different format. Please excuse the audio. It's a little shaky. I'm on my earpods, whatever they are, as I'm driving. But I think if you'll listen, you'll find that there is a little piece in there that will help you, a tool maybe for your toolbox. So give it a listen. Greetings, my fearless frontliners, my fellow guardians of the galleries. I'm William Young, and I am sitting in my car collecting my thoughts. I just spent a little time with God. I just spent a little time in church reflecting. And this isn't something that I talk a lot about on my channel or really out in public a lot. And I'm not really sure why. Most of probably the reason is that I'm not, I don't want to argue. I don't want to defend my faith, my feeling with people that don't believe in it. Because that's not just something I want to do. I'm not going to get into that discussion or that argument, but I will tell you this. A big part of my journey to be a better person, a happier person, a healthier person, a big part of that has been reconnecting with my faith. I'm going to drive too while I talk. Has been diving back into what I believe has been surrounding myself with positive people, with like-minded people that have poured back into me. See, in this profession, we pour so much out to people, whether we believe it or not, whether we realize it or not. We are expending emotional energy. We are constantly working under threat. We are constantly dealing with other people's trauma and struggles. We are constantly diffusing. We are constantly debating. We are constantly wondering what is going to happen next, and that takes energy. That expels a lot of energy. And it's important for you to be able to find something that will recharge you, reset you, reinvigorate you, people that will support you. And for me, that's church. For me, it's a group of people. Specifically, I belong to this mission, this group called Alpha. I went through this Alpha program, and it's amazing. It's a 13-week, 12-week program set up so you would reconnect with people, reconnect with your faith, dig in and try to answer some of life's biggest mysteries. And for me, that helped a lot, because working in a correctional facility, working with some of society's more difficult people, working with some people that quite frankly should not be walking the planet Earth. And one of my biggest questions, as somebody who lost their mother back in 2006, I don't know if maybe some of you don't know that, I lost my mother to cancer back in 2006. And so my mother, like I'm sure most of your mothers are, I think is a good person, is a saint, is somebody who, when you compare them to some of the people that I deal with on a daily basis, that I dealt with when I was working in the housing units, and you see these people that are doing terrible things to other people, and you see people wasting their life, right? Wasting the gift that God gave them, and they just won't die. They just can't die. And here you have my mother, your family members, your friends, good people, you see it on the news, children dying, tragedy happening all the time, and yet these these people that we work with are healthier. Sometimes it seems like they're happier, and it makes us wonder. It makes us question the plan. It makes us question if there is a plan. It makes us ask the question, right? Why do good things happen to bad people? Why do yeah, that's right. And then why do bad things happen to good people? And your view, your outlook on humanity, on the universe gets so jaded, and you become cynical, and your opinion on the population is very, very poor, right? I'm trying to say it nicely. You start to hate people. You start to be agitated by people. You start to self-isolate because you don't want to be around people who you believe are bad, and you believe that the world's going to hell, and you believe that there's just criminals everywhere, because you're surrounded by them when you go to work. You're like, everywhere I go, there's bad people and there's criminals, and that's right, because that's all you do is go to work. You just go to work and you sit there and you stay there, and then you go home and you hide, because every time you go to Costco or Walmart or Applebee's, there's an inmate. Or you think that the world is such a terrible, dark and scary place because the world that you work in, your world, is a dark and scary place. But the difference is your world and the world are two different things. See, your facility is just a small slice, a microcosm of what society really is. Right? I mean, if you look at the population of your facility, even if you work in LA or Cook County or Miami-Dade and you have thousands of inmates, I want you to look at how many inmates you have versus the population of the area that you live in. Right? Hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people in your area, in your metropolitan area. And the amount of them that are incarcerated, honestly, is probably negligible. It's a small percentage. And yet that's what shapes our opinion of people. That's what molds our opinion of people. And so then we withdraw from society. Then we walk away from our faith. We think that there is no beauty in anything, that there's no point in anything. Because the gray and the beige and the white and the smell of too many people being housed together, it alters our focus. And then couple that with our training, our trained cynicism, the mental morphosis that we have to go through, right? The way that they teach us to look at people, the way that they teach us to look at possible dangers, right? This world, this mindset that we get in where everybody's a threat and everything's a weapon, and at any moment all hell can break loose and we could all die. And then that's how we live our lives, right? And so without thinking, and really without warning, and slowly over time, our mindset shifts. It bleeds through from the things that we have to do inside to the things that we get to do outside, and so we no longer do those things out of self-preservation. And self-preservation becomes self-isolation, and then we become miserable. Now, I'm not talking about sitting on I love sitting on my couch, sitting next to my wife, just watching the TV, just reading, just writing, just being together. But here's the thing. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with being home and hanging out with your family and not wanting to go out in the public if it's for the right reasons. But if it's become a problem, if you are avoiding certain areas, if you are, all you're doing is you're just angry in your home because you don't want to go out and you're just watching the news and you're becoming more and more frustrated with the way that the world is, and it's, I'm telling you just to look at it, because your perspective of the world has been shaped by the environment that you work in. Your perception of the world has been shaped by the training that they gave you when you started your correctional career. And I mean, that's not a stretch. Your perception, your reality is formed by all the experiences that you have. Your childhood, your interactions, where you live, all of these things. And guess what? Your work is a part of that. And our work, especially because of the things that we're surrounded by, the things that we're exposed to, the things that we endure, man, are over the top. They're over the top. And we have to know that. We have to know that there is a possibility. And I'm not saying this is a guarantee. If this is not for you, then it's not for you. Right? And if it's not for you, I'm not sure why you're even listening or reading or you know, there's plenty of other people out there that are talking about other things. But I think a little piece of you knows that this might be for you. That you might feel a little bit of a change, that your heart may have become hardened because it had to. That you don't trust people anymore because you had to, because you were trained to. Because in the world that we walk in, that we work in, we are told that if we make a mistake, if we misjudge somebody, it could cost us our life. Because we stare in the face of evil every day. And I'm not saying that every person incarcerated is evil. That's not what I'm saying. But there are some evil, soulless human beings that inhabit our correctional facilities, that have done some horrible, god-awful things to people. And we get to serve them breakfast. And we got to make sure that they are safe, and that they go to their jobs, and that they get their programming, and that they get 2 clean blankets that don't have any holes in them, because God forbid they get cold in their cell. And then we have to take any emotion that we feel about that, and we got to stuff it down. We got to bury it. We got to bury it. We got to sit on it. We got to pretend that we're not human. And then we get so good at that, right? We think we're so good at it. We get so good at it that we just one foot in front of the other. That's all we do. Here's the problem. We're not good at it. That shit resurfaces. Those things come back up. And they slowly change the direction of how we live our life. You don't believe me? Do a little exercise, right? I want you to go out in public. And probably most of you aren't. You're all like me. You're all hermits. You're all living inside. But when next time you drive to work, or you're at the grocery store, you're even picking up your groceries online because you don't even want to go inside. I want you to pay attention to how you feel and what you think about the people that you see out there. I want you to look at the judgment. And I'm not judging you for doing it. I do it too. And that's how I know I have a problem. I want you to pay attention to how you view the other people when you're out and about. And then look at where those thoughts came from. Right? When you're sizing somebody up. When you get so angry for somebody cutting you off because you're they're being disrespectful to you, and you don't do disrespect, right? Where do those emotions come from? How has your job, the environment, the things that you see, say, hear, and have to do, how has that played into who you are right now? Because it has. It's an ingredient in the recipe that is you. Like it or not. So look at it. Look at how you feel about humanity. How hopeful are you? Do you stop and look at the sun and how beautiful it is? Are you able to express gratitude? Can you look at the world around you and see the good still? I couldn't for a long time. I had to force myself to reconnect. Actually, my wife had to force me to get out there. And for me, one of those spaces that I can just not worry about anything is church. I don't have to worry about anybody stabbing me. I don't care who's sitting behind me. It took me a while. I like it. I like those people. They're happy. And if they're not happy, we can talk about it. And I don't have to pretend that I got it all figured out when I go. I don't have to walk with my chest puffed out. Right? I could just be me. I could be me, and I could be me around a group of people that are trying to make the world a better place in spite of, right? And I'm using that on purpose, in spite of all of the bad things, in spite of all of the negative perceptions, in spite of all the obstacles that are before them, in spite of all the things that they've experienced in their life that should have pushed them the other way. I am intentionally using them to fuel me to do better in the world, to try to find the good in everything. That's what I'm trying to do. And it's a fight, it's a struggle every day. It's work, just like you work out everything else. That's what we're doing. Working out my spiritual health. And when you're looking at this whole person that is you, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, emotional, financial, environment, all these things, they all affect the other one. They all affect the other one. And so maybe if you feel like something's missing, if you don't have satisfaction, if you're not feeling the love, if you're not feeling the joy, and you've tried some other things and you can't figure it out, maybe check a church. Maybe reconnect with whatever faith you subscribe to. Dig in. Read whatever sacred book. Just try something. For me, it's helped tremendously. And it gives me hope. When before I couldn't see it. All right, guys, that's all I got today. If you like this video, if you found value in this video, then straight punch that little like icon, subscribe, and share this content with anyone and everyone that you think may be interested. And if you're looking for more premium correctional content, well, check out the videos that are going to be on the screen. Pick up my book, Trained to Change, or The Nothing That Never Happened, both available on Amazon. There'll be links in the description below. And if you feel like supporting the channel, you like what you saw, you want to contribute, consider becoming a patron. There's different levels. Consider supporting that channel that way, or you can just click the thank you button below. You'll see that. Make a little donation to the channel to help me create the content that I'm creating. All right, guys, that's all I got. Listen. I talk about these things. I do these things. I share these things because I want you to know that you deserve to be happy and healthy. And maybe you already are, and that's totally okay. But I want you to know that you're worth the fight. But the honest to gosh truth is that you have to fight, right? I'm out here fighting for you. I'm pounding the pavement. I'm advocating. I'm writing. I'm talking. And your friends and family are doing it. And there's people out there doing it. There's therapists. There's all kinds of, there's pastors, and everybody's fighting for you. There's all sorts of people in your corner, but you have to jump up and do it. You have to decide that you want to reconnect with your own life, that you want to get out there and get after it. All right, I'm done rambling. Look, this is all I got. You guys, you know what to do. Be smart. Stay safe. Stay sane, and we'll definitely talk soon.